aceleração do foguetão para atingir os 11 km por segundo que nos libertaram das grelhetas gravitacionais. Com os colegas.
Need to make some...
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay?
It's okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Okay, well, okay, vossas posições. Okay, we are ready to the contact.
Okay.
Do you have access to the streaming?
I only have the streaming from Claudio, not from your side.
Okay, but if you want, I will send to you the streaming address. Do you want?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You have my email address.
Yes, I have. Claudio, do you have the address from the streaming of here?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, I don't have.
www.ariotti, as my surname,
Yeah.
ariotti.com.
Yes, but my link of the streaming on YouTube. I send to Mikol, okay? I send the stream address to Mikol, okay?
Okay, yes. Yes, yes.
Sim, não é isso. Eu apresentava aqui o link.
Eu acho que partilhei o link aqui com o Bertus. Não?
Também tenho aqui o link.
Sim, mas eu... Não, eu tenho o link. Do you have your email connected, Bertus?
Yes, it's always
Okay,
is.
okay.
The one you used before.
Yeah. Give me a second, please. Now we are streaming to the YouTube.
Mandei pelo Telegram.
Sim, sim.
I have to wait for the link.
Yes. Ok, eu vou pedir então a vocês que se mantenham então em silêncio, está bem? Se faz favor. E que metam os vossos telefones em modo voo. Okay, I asked to put the telephones on the fly mode, okay? Second, please. Okay, Bertos, I send the email now.
Until now, I did not receive anything, but
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I must have your address.
Please check your email, please. Já temos o streaming a passar com o vídeo para o exterior, não temos?
Tá aqui, é isso que eu estava a ver.
Ok, fantástico.
Yes, I have it.
Thank you.
O que é que está a gerir?
Yes, I have it at the school at this moment. Very nice.
Thank you. Já
Are
temos.
there many people watching in your place at this moment?
Yes, it's about 15, and you have some entities on the selected room, and social media too. Okay, we have maybe 2 or 3, one radio station and the television too. Okay.
Okay.
And awaiting the contact, I will put the image from the room on the streaming.
Não, mesmo estava aqui.
And now you have the tracking, I suppose.
Yes, I see it.
Yes, tracking, yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Ok, já tem condições de meter a televisão? A câmara? Sim. Estão à procura de...
Can we continue with some other things? First of all, to ask everyone in the room to put their microphone, to switch microphone of their mobile phone to mute or to air mode.
Yeah, it's okay. It's done.
For everyone in the room.
Yes.
And
Dat is wel
then,
Dat was ongeveer is dat
Wel.
niet zo, hè?
and very important for the students to say
Okay, but-
over at the end of their question.
Yes,
That's the most
all
important thing.
of the people, it's training for this for the message. Okay, if you do you see the image now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm here. Okay, on the stream.
There will be some delay. I
Yeah,
think,
some
of
delay. Yeah.
Seconds.
Mantém a mão no ar.
Okay, here.
Is it you in the black trouser?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this the teacher, Luís Machado. Okay, it's the coordinator of the contact with the students, and this is the students for to make the contact. Okay.
All right. And are there any other people at school listening? Or
Yes, it's on another room. It's not here. Okay, it's on the.
yes,
It's different.
I understand.
Yeah. Because we need silence to make the questions, and everything is going okay. This is the this is two guys to make the contact with with you by the internet. Okay.
E está para a escola video stream.
Yeah, it's on streaming now. Okay, for the another schools too. Okay.
Yes.
And the REP it's streaming to the web page from to the web page, okay? Too. Tá tudo? Okay, we are ready to make the contact, okay?
Yes, but we still have
Time,
some
yeah,
to wait.
some time to wait, yeah.
If there are any questions from the students,
Okay,
please let us know.
let me check, okay? Okay, alguns de vocês têm alguma questão a fazer aos moderadores, à estação de rastreio que está neste momento já pronta para fazer o contacto. Bertus, I talk with the students now, okay? Give me one minute, okay? Cadê
Sure.
Tem algumas questões que queiram fazer aos nossos moderadores? Neste momento, o que é que temos aqui online? Temos online o operador, o moderador, digamos assim, da parte da NASA. Temos a operadora da NASA também. E temos a estação de rastreamento, que é a estação rádio que vai fazer a ligação. Okay? Se tiverem alguma questão que queiram colocar a estas pessoas, podem o fazer agora, está bem? Querem falar alguma coisa? Não? Ok. Bertus, I will make pass to the teacher. Oh, okay. Do you see the streaming? We are promoting for the government. Okay, here the regional government. You see on the image on streaming.
Yes, I do.
Yes, it's This is Iceland, Azores Island, and it's a different government from Portugal. Okay. Well, I will pass to the teacher, Luís Machado. It's a little presentation from the school to you. Okay, Bertus?
Well, we also have, you had my script.
Yes?
You've seen that.
Yeah, yeah.
And at about, let me see, there will be a moment where I ask you to
Okay.
tell a story about how you got involved in this project
Yeah.
and to tell about the school itself.
Okay.
So, will you do that, or is there a principal to do it?
It's a principle to do it. Okay.
Okay.
It's not me.
And we will do that about 6 or 7 minutes before
The contact.
ISS will appear.
Okay. Excellent. Well, now I will be finished and I stay. I wait for the start the contact.
No questions from the students?
No questions from the students.
Ou perguntas dos professores?
Oh, exatamente, uma pergunta. Let me ask if the teachers have some questions to you. Okay, we have one, Bertos.
One student.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Cumprimenta, diz o teu nome.
Good morning, this is João Bans, and I have only a question about your work. Is it difficult to get into radio communications at NASA? Over.
It is not difficult to get into radio communications, but it is impossible to get into NASA. Being a ham radio operator, ARIS is a group of volunteers, and they have very good contacts to NASA, because NASA also wants to have some, let me say, publicity to explore the possibilities for students to talk to astronauts. And this is very important for us, because it's a part of, let me say, in English they call it STEM, which means something like science, technology, economics, and mechanics, all studies being interested by students, and we are able to contact NASA now on a regular basis, because NASA is very well willing to help us contact, but only the ARIS organization is the one recognized by NASA. So that is quite difficult to get into NASA, but once you have good contact with people from NASA and they know how we operate, and especially because the amateur radio community also has some radio equipment on board of the ISS, we are the ones to maintain this system. And that gives us a chance to have the astronauts using this system. But therefore, the astronauts also need a training, and each astronaut using this system has to be a licensed ham radio operator. So maybe this clarifies something. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Bertos, we have another one, another student, okay? Nome, tá bom? Pode fazer a pergunta.
Hello, my name is João Correa. So my question is any chance that we humans will build a space station on the moon? Over.
Oh, certainly. It will take some time, but actually the moon is the first step to get to Mars. It is quite difficult from the Earth to go to Mars, but if you go to the moon, the gravity of the moon is much less than on Earth. So starting a mission to Mars needs less energy to get started. Once you are on the moon, and I suppose that will happen in between 5 and 10 years. I'm sure you will see it. I'm already retired. Maybe I'm not going to see it, but there's a great chance you will see it happen. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, Bertos. I have another question to you.
Okay.
Hi, Simon Souza. This may be more of a personal question, but which area of expertise or subject fascinates you more?
For me, personally,
Yes.
well, actually, I'm an electronics engineer, and I've been working on a university here in my hometown, Eindhoven, for over 40 years, and doing plasma physics and electronics. Now, personally, I'm very interested in everything that concerns radio, using radio, but especially in digital modes. So that means digital electronics, sending pictures, like you may have heard, slow scan TV, things like other, well, not Morse code. I'm not really interested in making connections all over the world, but making changes to my radio and connecting things, computers to my radio. That's one of my hobbies. And that's what I do. I write my own computer programs and connect that to the radio and use it in that way. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, very good, Bertos. I have another one, but this is a teacher, okay? And I pass to him, okay?
Everyone is welcome.
Hello, my name is Beatriz Cachim, and I'm from another school. I would like to ask what should we make to visit NASA? How do we do it? Over.
Visiting NASA is not very difficult because NASA is quite open. And maybe Claudio can tell you about it, because I suppose he has been in America before. I never did, but I know there are tours you can make on NASA, and maybe now Claudio can tell you about it. Claudio, can you?
Yes, I'm here, but I don't understand the question.
Well, the question is, how difficult will it be to visit NASA or whatever is in the neighborhood of NASA? Go ahead.
Okay, visit in person at the NASA building, NASA station.
Yes.
Do you mean visit the NASA at Kennedy Space Center or Johnson Space Center?
Any one of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, Claudio.
Yeah, it's matter.
Could be in Florida, could be in Houston.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, I was in Kennedy Space Center in Orlando, and 1998 when was launched the first module of the International Space Station, and the Unity module in December of 1998, and with Sergei Krikalev, the first engineer aboard the International Space Station on the space shuttle in the Earth. And the last time I was in NASA was 5 years ago, in the international international meeting in Johnson Space Center at Houston. So I was a great experience for me, for all the people of Aris present to the meeting.
Okay, maybe I can add something to it, because in Italy and in the Netherlands as well, there are other space-related institutes. In the Netherlands it is ESA, European Space Agency, and you can also visit them. They even have special days where you can come and may visit all the labs and everything. It's a very nice thing to do. So if you are able to visit Italy, where great NASA, or I should say ESA institutions are, and I suppose Claudio knows where they are. And here in the Netherlands, there's one such opportunity as well. So it's always possible to go to such a firm and ask for a tour. Go ahead, go back to the Azores, to the school.
Ok.
Thanks.
Só? Ok, Bertos, thank you. Give me a second, please. Mais alguém disponível para fazer alguma questão? Não? Algum professor queira fazer alguma questão? Ok, it's all finished, I suppose, Bertos. Ok, back to you.
Okay, then I will start already something too late, I see. No, not too late yet. Okay, we still have some time. 7 minutes. 18, 13, I will start my introduction.
Ok.
So at T-7.
T-7?
Attention, Bertus.
Okay.
This is in the Marxial Maletta, Claudio. The correct time of OS for International Space Station for us is 18, 17, and 30 seconds. So it's like before the time indicated on the paper.
Even 18, 17. Okay.
It's 3 minutes before. 3 minutes before at minute 17 and 26 seconds.
Okay, no problem. Then I will start my introduction some earlier. I'll change it to 12. Then it will certainly.
Okay. Bertos, I have a question to Claudio.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Claudio, hello. CT2GOY, okay. Please give me the LOS time, please. Your LOS time.
Okay, is before the time indicated on the paper of Aris. So 3 minutes before. So
Okay.
at minute 17 and second 26.
Okay,
so
so
17, 26 seconds.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Claudio, can you give us a short signal about 30 seconds before LOS?
Yes, this is the OS.
Okay.
It's exactly 3 minutes before the indicated time from Harris on the paper received.
Yes, no, I mean LOS. So loss of signal at the end. If you can warn us that ISS will be disappearing,
Yeah.
then we still have time to thank Josh for.
LOS, yes. I have 28 and 24 seconds.
Okay, thank you.
It's exactly 11 minutes, so they count.
Okay.
Okay, this is a very nice pass.
Yes. Very good pass, yeah.
Probably yesterday the International Space Station had a reboost of 6-7 minutes to reboost, so the orbit is slightly changed respectively
The boost, yeah.
prediction.
Well, my computer says it's, let me see, 1839 will be AOS.
Yeah. You are in Poland, Bertus?
Sorry?
You are in Poland now?
I'm in Holland,
Okay.
in the Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah. Okay. Okay, we are streaming. This contact is made inside of the authority of communication in Portugal. Okay, and we have all conditions to make the conference, and with the professional equipment. All grateful from the president of ANACOM, okay, the Authority of the Communications of Portugal, okay.
Okay.
Now we see on streaming we have the
I see you built ISS with Lego.
yeah. Está a fazer uma cascata. Do you want to see the room, Bertos? I asked to the cameraman to make some shots here inside of the room. Give me a sec. Sim, sim. Claro que sim, pode. Isto não, só daqui um bocadinho.
Here, Luís Machado from the coordinator of the Club of Astronomy. I want to tell you that the people that are organizing that are the students. Are two students and the teacher coordinating the streaming, and they're preparing with the help of professional people, of course. And almost everything were prepared from the students and from the teachers. Only here we are helping with professional guys. And on the other room that appear on the streaming, there are the principal authorities of the island, and from the government, and from the space here in Azores, because it's a great development now in Azores with the space.
Yes, there's quite a big delay between your words, your sound, and the video on YouTube. As usual, it can be up to 30 seconds.
The two students that are appearing now in the streaming are the people from the school, the 12th degree, they're preparing everything on the streaming that you are seeing. Okay?
I must say they've done quite a good job. Very nice.
We have 15 minutes to Portugal and a little bit more to Italy. Claudio, what time is it in Italy now?
Is 19 and 4 minutes.
Ok.
Mais uma hora.
Mais uma. Mais uma para os Açores.
Mas eu tenho hora de Portugal.
Não, isto é o quê? Tens hora do continente, não é? Ok. Está quase. Muito bem.
Tem algum carro das coisas? Essa 103, às 8h13? Não, o Beto. É isso?
Luis, one question from my side.
Okay, I am one of the Luis. There are two Luis. Luis California from Portugal Communications, and me from the school and the astronomy club. Do you want to talk with who now?
You want to talk to?
No, I don't want to talk now. You are asking Luis. I am one of the Luis. The other is Okay.
Okay, Bertus.
To Luis.
Well, just one question because of the question one of the people asked to visit NASA.
Yes?
Is it a habit on the school to go on this kind of trips to
Yep.
visit places all around the world?
Yes, yes. We already went to Uruguay. We went to some places in all over Europe, also to America, Canada, and so.
Okay, that's very nice.
Yes.
And I must tell that teacher, Beatrice Cashin, has last year 2 projects running
In this year.
on the International Station
In this
with
year
students.
too. I have 5 students working in Astropy.
Oh, nice. Working
Yes.
on the fly.
Yes.
On board ISS.
On board, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And how are the results?
Not yet. They are still working in programming.
Okay. In what language do they program it?
In English. English, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, in Python.
Python, yes, I
Yes.
expect.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can only say congratulations that you get on
Thank
board
you.
ISS because it's not so easy to get.
Yes. 2 years ago, they stood in the second place.
Yes.
Yes. It was very good for us.
I've never tried for myself. But, I would like to try, but I've done a lot of things on
Yeah.
flying.
Thank you.
Okay, very good, Bertus. Ok, temos mais alguma questão? Vamos embora. Venha cá. Okay, Bertus, I have more one teacher to you, okay?
Hi there, my name is Nate.
We still have 3 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is going to be fast. Can you tell me what is the, oh, I forgot the question.
Surely.
What's the impact of the solar activity on the astronauts while they're living on the ISS?
The effect of solar activity.
Yes.
Well, solar activity is only changing the atmosphere of the Earth. It blows up the atmosphere. That means that the ISS is slowed down a little. That's not a big effect. The most serious effect is the cosmic radiation, because that penetrates the hull of ISS. And that is more a problem. So it's not the effect of the solar radiation, but the cosmic radiation is much more a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bertus. 3 minutes. Okay, we have 3 minutes to the 30 minutes, I suppose, yeah?
Yes, 2 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you don't care, we can also start at this moment.
Okay.
Then we have 2 minutes before ISS left.
Okay, sure.
Okay, then let's start with this. My first question is for Erin, the phone operator. Is the recording still running, or do you have to start it now? Erin? Well, she's not here at this moment, but usually the operator is listening in. Then we will start. Yes, I just wanted to ask you, is the recording still running, or do you have to start it now?
No, the recordings are still going for you.
Still going? Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good, then I start my introduction. And it goes as follows. Hello everyone, this is Bertus Husken, amateur call Papa Echo 1 Kilo Echo Hotel, and I'm your amateur radio operator for today. Through the help of amateur radio volunteers and the crew on board ISS, we hope to soon establish a ham radio contact with the International Space Station as it flies more than 400 kilometers above the Earth. This is all accomplished with ARES, amateur radio on the International Space Station. ISS currently is flying over Western Africa. Well, I see it's still the Atlantic, at a speed of 28,000 kilometers per hour. And this contact will be performed using the amateur radio telebridge network, a worldwide network of amateur radio ground stations that enables students to contact the ISS. ARES is a consortium of ham radio volunteers from 9 nations that develop and operate the amateur radio station on board the International Space Station. Some members of ARES are the worldwide AMSAT Radio Amateur Satellite Corporations, and together with space organizations in Canada, Europe, Japan, America and Russia, and they are called CSA, ESA, JAXA, NASA and Roscosmos. The amateur ground station will be that's what they are related to. The amateur radio ground station that will establish contact with the ISS is IK1 SLD, IK1 SLD, located in Italy and operated by Claudio Ariotti. Thanks for helping us, Claudia. Now we still have 5 minutes until ISS will appear above the horizon, as seen from Italy. Our contact from today is with Josh Cassada, Kilo India 5, Charlie Romeo Hotel. The ham radio contact coordinator for the schools is with California, Charlie Tango 2 Golf Oscar Yankee. And today we have students from Escola Secundária da Lagoa, located in Lagoa at the Azores. I hope I did pronunciate that a little well.
Yes.
We have asked the principal to briefly tell us about the school and the students taking part today. So please go ahead.
Okay, here Luís Machado, and I will say that the Astronomy and Geocaching Club of Escola Secundária da Lagoa, São Miguel Island at Azores, Portugal, exists since 2016. However, the astronomy and geocaching pedagogical activities are being done since 2013 through the annual activity plan. This project has also involved the school subjects of physics, maths, geography, geology, science, philosophy, Portuguese, English, arts and crafts. This club operates in a network with several partners entities, including several cooperation protocols signed with some of these entities. Nowadays, the club has 112 students and 10 teachers. 20 of these students are part of the ISU, that means in charge of the ascertain Azores at Space program. Lagoa Secondary School has more than 900 students, 120 teachers and about 30 employees. It teaches from 7 to 12th grade to the 3rd cycle of basic education and in secondary education at students enrolled in course in science, humanities and professional course. Thank you. Over.
Yes, thank you, sir, for this information. Let me see, 15, so we still have 3 minutes. So the students, I believe, are all from the area of Lagoa, is that correct?
Yes, Bertus.
Yes,
That's correct.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we go to Claudio. Before the contact begins, please tell us about your ham radio station, your location, and how you will handle the conversation. Go ahead, Claudio.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bertus, for your presentation. Briefly, our television station, as you said, is located in Casale Monferrato Airport, in northwest of Italy, 100 kilometers from Turin and Milan. With me today as operator, we have Mikol, India Uniform 2 Lima X-ray Radio, and Fabio, India Whiskey 1 Bravo November Delta, member of our Telebridge team. When T-minus 30 seconds, I go to call Josh aboard the International Space Station, operating today with Oscar Romeo 4 India Sierra Sierra call sign. And as soon as signal will be loud and clear, I will invite the student to start with first question. And for the student, don't forget to say over, because this is a very important thing to coordinate the conversation between us and the astronaut. Now I see the international approaching very fast to the Italy, so we have 30 seconds to the contact, so microphone back to you, Bertus.
Okay, thank you, Claudio. I will keep it short now. So please, everything, remember to say over at the end. And Claudio, it's all up to you. I wish you good luck and a lot of success. We will listen in. Go ahead.
Okay, Bertus, we have the ISS acquisition, so I call now. Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra. This is India Kilo 1, Sierra Lima Delta, Telebridge ground station calling for a scheduled Aries contact. Do you copy, Josh? Over.
Got you loud and clear aboard the ISS.
Okay, Oscar Romeo 4, India Sierra Sierra, IK1 SFD. Good evening, Josh. Your signal is loud and clear. Welcome on Italy. If you are ready, I'm going to pass the microphone to the first student. Over.
Wonderful, and welcome aboard the International Space Station. I'm looking forward to today. Over.
Okay, Josh, go ahead, Alexander.
Are your bones, muscles, and organs affected by microgravity? Over.
They absolutely, in fact, we have to exercise 2.5 hours a day, and that's because we don't have to work very hard at all the other 21.5 hours of the day. In fact, if we don't exercise, our bones will lose a lot of mass by the time we get home. So we try to stay strong in both muscles and bones, and our organs tend to do very well, but there are certainly some changes. Over.
How does it feel to have achieved your life goal of being an astronaut? Over.
Well, it is wonderful to be a part of an incredible team that does amazing things and be able to contribute in any small way. But I'll tell you, it is a job, and really my life's goal is to be the best dad and husband that I can be. And so that's what I am very passionate about, in addition to being able to do a very, very cool job. Over.
If an astronaut becomes very ill in space and needs urgent medical care, what happens? Do doctors travel with you? Over.
Well, coincidentally, we have a doctor on board. He is an astronaut, and that was his training before becoming an astronaut. He was a physician. But you don't have to have a doctor on board. We do have fundamental training that we all get so that we can take care of each other in that kind of a situation. But if it's really bad, we can always get into our lifeboat, which is just the spacecraft that we flew up here, and we can come home. We could probably be home in probably 4 or 6 hours if we really needed to. Over.
What would happen if planet Earth had Mars low gravity? Over.
You know, I don't know exactly what would happen, but because that gravity is so much lower than what we're used to on Earth, I think it's only about 40% of what we experience. You can imagine that life would be very different because the weather would behave much differently, plant life would behave much differently, people would have evolved differently. And so the impacts, I think, would be significant. So we have a very special planet, and we need to take great care of it.
What do you do while you're on board of the International Space Station? Over.
Our days are very busy. We are doing experiments on behalf of the researchers on the ground. We're also doing a lot of activity to maintain the space station. It is a very big and complex and getting a little bit older spacecraft. And so there's a lot that we need to do. And sometimes we can actually even make it better. We can do upgrades. Recently we did some spacewalks where we put out new solar arrays so that the space station can keep generating the power it needs to do those important experiments. Over.
If you could change anything about your work, what would it be? Over.
I think for me, this job would be even cooler if I got to be one of those researchers. If I was part of a team and we were doing an experiment together and I was running that experiment while I was up here. I do enjoy being a part of a lot of different experiments, but if there was one that I knew very, very well, that would be very interesting to me. Over.
During their stay in space, do astronauts have any working schedule to keep? Over.
Yes, very much so. In fact, this is a 10-minute break for me in the middle of a very busy day, which I'm very happy to get to do. But our days tend to start about 7:30 in the morning and they go until 7:30 at night. And we are constantly hopping from one event to the other. And again, that is either an experiment or doing things that the space station itself requires. It's very interesting. We get to see a lot of different things. So at the end of the day, we may be tired, but it seems really, really rewarding because we've done so many very different things. Over.
While they are in the space station, do astronauts play video games during their free time? Over.
So we probably don't play the video games that you're imagining, but we do use things that seem like video games to stay current and proficient at what we need to do. For example, we have a computer simulation of flying the robotic arm. We have a giant robotic arm on the space station that we use for a variety of things, catching cargo vehicles. My friend Nicole and my other friend Luigi flew me around. I was on the end of the robotic arm when we were doing a spacewalk. So we have a computer simulation that allows us to stay very proficient at being able to manipulate that arm. We have one that also helps us practice being able to fly our little spacesuit when we're doing spacewalks if we ever needed to. We have virtual reality up here that helps us train and be ready to do that. Over.
What sensations or effects occur during re-entry into Earth's orbit? Over.
Well, I haven't done that part yet. I've been up here about 4 months, and we have not gone home yet. This is my first flight, but we have trained for it quite a bit. And so the sensations are going to be, well, first of all, we're going to be experiencing gravity that we haven't felt for quite a while. And so we're going to start having, we'll have our blood start coming down to our legs where it hasn't spent a lot of time recently. And we'll also be experiencing accelerations on our bodies. So we'll experience some G's, but they won't go from our head to our feet. It will really go back through our chest. And so we'll feel like somebody's sitting on our chest. Over.
Since there's no atmosphere in space, have you ever been woken up by the sun photons while you're sleeping? Over.
I've never been woken up by it, but I've certainly seen it as I'm falling asleep. And I did physics before I became a test pilot. And so part of that physics was making detectors not unlike our eyeballs up here. And so when I see one of those things happen, I get really excited about it because it reminds me of my previous life as a physicist. Over.
Do astronauts have to follow any specific rules or laws when in space? Over.
Well, no country can own space, so there's no issues with that, but we do have certain rules, such as we can't have weapons of mass destruction in space, but we, as a community up here in space, we all just make sure that we are good partners for everyone else, and it's just like a big family. Everyone does their part and contributes to this and makes an incredible incredible human space exploration program.
Let's imagine that humans have turned in some way the planet Earth a place impossible to live in. Would it be possible for humans to live in an exoplanet? Over.
I think it would be possible to live on an exoplanet, but it would require so much effort. In fact, more effort and a greater accomplishment than anything humans have accomplished. So it could be done. You could imagine doing it even on Mars, where you had a big bubble just under. But right now, I think our focus should be on this planet. It is such a beautiful and perfect planet, and we need to make sure that it stays healthy for a long, long time. Over.
What should we study if we want to become an astronaut? Over.
I think no matter what you want to do, you need to study what you love and what you're passionate about. And if that happens to be something like math or science or engineering or medicine, that may lead to being an astronaut. But definitely do what you love, and no matter what happens, you're going to have won the lottery in terms of what you're doing for a career. Over.
What do you like to do when you are bored in space? Over.
You know, it sounds cliche, but I haven't been bored yet. We are incredibly busy up here, and when we're not on the schedule, there's so much to do, including even just looking out the window at this gorgeous planet. But I'll tell you one fun thing that we get to do. In fact, I just did it yesterday. The space station did a boost, which means it just comes up to a slightly higher altitude because it had been dragging down over the past month or two. And so what I did is with my friend Anya, we just hung out in the middle of a module, not touching anything. And then as the rockets fired, the space station moved around us. And so it looked like we were translating down the space station. Over.
Do you think your life dream of being an astronaut has in some way affected your social life? Over.
It has, because we live in Houston, and it keeps us in Texas, and I'm from, and so that keeps us away from our family and friends, at least on a daily basis, but we get to stay in touch with them and see them as often as we can. Over.
During takeoff, how do astronauts feel both physically and psychologically? Over.
On launch day, we are physically as strong as we've ever been, and probably psychologically as well, because we're so incredibly well trained. The people on the ground who get us ready for this don't leave a single stone unturned. So we are ready to go and excited to get to work. Over.
How do astronauts entertain themselves during their free time in space? Over.
We have lost signal now from ground station.
Yes, I see Claudio by the tracking here. Okay. Yes, thank you. You made, I don't know, but 16 questions. And
please give a loud applause for everyone. Through the connection. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this big applause for Josh Cassada was well earned, and we have shared a moment of history. Amateur radio station IT1 SOD in Italy, operated by Claudio, contacted Josh Cassada, Kilo India 5 Charlie Romeo Hotel on board the International Space Station, and he enabled students in Lagoa to ask their questions. Luis,
yes.
Do you have anything more you would like to add at this moment?
No, thank you very much for your for this opportunity. Okay, Bertus and Claudio too. I want to send my compliments to the Mikol and Claudio to the very good work on the Telebridge station. And I ask to me to call me later to send some pictures from the contact to you. Okay. Thank you very much for your work, Claudio.
Thank you very much from all the team at Television Station, from Fabio and Mikol here with me. Thank you to you, thank you Bertus and all the people involved in the contact today. Ciao, ciao from Italy.
Thank you very much. 7-3, Claudio.
Thank you. And Luis, one more question. So if you have any pictures which are available for publication, please send them to me or to Marcelo, so we can guide them to the ARIS International Organization.
Okay.
Because we will be very glad receiving this kind of pictures and seeing how the students behave like this. So now for the international volunteer team of ARIS, including the Radio Amateur Satellite Corporations. This is Bertus Husken, amateur radio operator, Papa Echo 1 Kilo Echo Hotel, sending my greetings to all of you in amateur radio terms, which is 73's best wishes to all.
Thank you very much, Bertos. Best wishes to you too. Okay, I will send by email or we transfer like this some all pictures I have from the contact to Aris. Okay. Thank you very much. Peço aplauso grande para esta equipa excelente. Thank you very much for the nice contact, and I wish you to copy you again, Bertos. Okay, 7-3 for you. Best regards. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, and also my congratulations to Marcelo, who did all the preparations with you. Thank you very much for this very nice contact.
Thank you very much. Okay. Pode chegar.
Obrigado.